Business 401 is called Historical Perspective in Business. And this year we took a trip to Gettysburg, and rather than take all semester going to class every week, we do the trip over one weekend. The first stop after we check into our hotel is to visit the diorama. The diorama is pictorial representation of the Battle of Gettysburg. To give the students a perspective of what the battlefield looks like, the students get to understand where the Union troops began and where they ended and where the Confederate troops attacked from.
Let's head out to where the battle started. We'll make a left turn to head up in town. See a brown rectangular plaque in the building? That's a building that was here during the battle.
One of the first things we do on the battlefield is line up our students in a double line formation so that the students get an idea how the battle lines are established. Pretty outdated concept in military. However, in business today, when you can double your efforts on one project and get substantially better results.
The gun's being loaded from the front. The person in command is standing like this using this big elevating screw underneath. This rotates and they aims the gun up and down. You have charts that show you how far your gun shoots at different degrees of elevation.
The people of Pennsylvania, especially the people of Gettysburg, knew very quickly that Gettysburg was a special place. It was the key battle of the Civil War. After Abraham Lincoln came in November of 1863 and dedicated the cemetery on that battleground and gave his famous Gettysburg Address, it took on such an incredibly significant stature, and it became a place that people came to. The monuments are there and people are coming. So the business of war has progressed to the business of peace in that people come to the battlefield and probably spend more money today than they did on the war. 2 to 4 million people a year go to the battlefield. It becomes a public-private partnership.
At random, I'll pick someone to recite the Gettysburg Address by heart.
They all have to know it.
You did tell them all to memorize it, right? It's only 10 sentences.
When you sign up to go to the course, go to Gettysburg, there are several assignments that are due. The professor assigns students 2 topics. One is to write a short paper on a personality of the Civil War.
Who's doing General Buford, the cavalry leader?
I use that book as well.
Is that right? Buford, here we'll see a nice statue. Longstreet, the controversial second command, one of the great combat generals of the war. There's so many books in him, I couldn't bring them all out here. Books in Longstreet, everywhere.
Well thought out and well researched presentation on their assigned topic. They understand a little bit more about the Civil War. They understand about their fellow man. They understand that the people from the South and the North held their convictions just as strongly. They see that the Union was preserved. And for that, we all are grateful.